Among the clusters of tour groups and sightseers in Midtown Manhattan on Monday morning was a conspicuously tall ensemble of young women being escorted into the Empire State Building. They could have been mistaken for a bachelorette party, given their matching orange sweatshirts and frequent outbursts of laughter, but the crowd gathering outside on 34th Street knew better. These were the WNBA hopefuls storming the city on a media tour en route to Monday night's draft in Brooklyn. Fresh off her appearance on Saturday Night Live and interview with NBC's Today, Iowa sensation Caitlin Clark was joined by South Carolina Senator Camilla Cardoso for the traditional lighting ceremony, the buildings. Just 8 days earlier, it was Cardoso's Gamecocks who beat Clark's Hawkeyes in a national championship watched by an average of 18.7 million viewers, about 4 million more than the men's game. Yes, the men's game suffered somewhat for being on cable while the women were on national television, but Clark, LSU's Angel Reese and a growing number of female players have become more recognizable than their male counterparts. And nowhere was that more obvious on Monday than in Midtown Manhattan, where a gaggle of young girls had gathered in hopes of catching their newfound heroes in person. Iowa's Caitlin Clark appears at the Empire State Building ahead of Monday's WNBA draft. Angel Reese flashes a smile to photographers on the 86th floor observation deck of the ESB. WNBA hopefuls appear with WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert, Caitlin Clark, Cameron Brink, Camilla Cardoso, Rickea Jackson and Angel Reese among others. Caitlin Clark, left, and Camilla Cardoso, right, light the Empire State Building in orange. The women did decline all interview requests, or rather, they took off before any interviews could even take place. But that's understandable, and even forgivable, given the media gauntlet they've been running since the beginning of March. More than anyone, Clark appeared ready for the circus to be over. She wasn't rude or anything, but the exhaustion of the last month appeared to be catching up with her as she dropped her head into her hands during a few candid moments. After all, this entire day is strictly ceremonial to a player who is assured of being picked first overall by the Indiana Fever. After lighting the building's famed antenna in orange, the WNBA's signature color, the 6-foot Iowa native and her future WNBA rivals climbed aboard a fleet of elevators to travel up to the 86th floor observation deck. Like so many other celebrities before them, the players were asked to pose with the Manhattan skyline as a backdrop. Some, like 6'4" Stanford star Cameron Brink, embraced the moment with a few selfies. Reese, a 2023 national champion known as Wnba, jumped at the chance to pose in front of the coin-operated viewer, which prompted calls for other players to follow suit.